Hit it. Let's go to the fuck you of the week. I'm driving more these days, Uber and Lyft, and part of that is getting me to remember some of the things I hate about driving. And actually, this week I was driving more for Uber than for Lyft because they had what looked like a good bonus set up for the week, but it turns out to be impossible to catch. Um, so I've been driving, and I've noticed there were a lot more people just in the span of this week who didn't know where the fuck they were going. They would get in the car, we would be 75, 85, 90% of the way to the destination that they plugged in before I got to them, that they plugged in, the coordinates that they put down. And wouldn't you know it, as we're on the way there, they're like, oh shit, this isn't where I'm going. And they change it part of the way, which wouldn't necessarily be much of an issue under normal circumstances as I was driving. But this week I've been driving pretty poor. Not poorly in terms of how I was driving, in terms of money, in terms of ducats. I've been driving on the cheap. I've been, trying to earn a little bit more money to fill the coffers a little bit more that that have been depleted over the last, just this particular billing cycle this month. And because of where everything fell. And so that means my gas tank was a lot lower than it normally is. I've been driving, a couple of days on a lot lower gas tank than I normally like to do before I earn extra money to refill the gas tank. And so I would get these rides, and my gas tank would be like on an eighth. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be close, but it says 10 minutes. I think I can do this. I'm pretty sure I can do this. It's going to be close, but I can get them to where they're supposed to be in the 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, 15 is super close, but I can get them where they're supposed to be, then shut off, go take the earnings from that and put more gas in the tank. I can do that. I don't like doing that. I like driving on a full tank, and then when it goes down, just shutting off and going about my merry little way. But I can. But I'm working, in a tight financial space these couple of days. So I just got to make this work. But then to have you adjust where you're supposed to go fucks with my shit. And of course, how are you supposed to know that, Uber passenger? How are you supposed to know that? And the changing of the address is a function of the thing. You can do that. It's there for you to do that. But you know who takes advantage of that more than anybody else? Drunk people. You know who these people were in the car that were doing this to me this week? Sober people. They were just dumb. They were just stupid. They just weren't paying the fuck attention. They just weren't paying attention. And then on top of that, one of the people that weren't paying attention, that not only did they adjust the thing, but they added another stop to the thing, were these two little ratchet ass 15-year-old chicks who wanted me, of all people, to buy them blunts at the store. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. I ain't going back for nobody. You understand me? For nobody. For nobody. Listen, you little chicken heads. I know you know somebody already who's supplying you with your Weedly supplies. Okay? Go to them. Don't go to this random ass stranger ass Uber driver who didn't want to drive your asses into the projects at night in the first fucking place. So please know, even if my gas tank wasn't near empty, I'm shutting the shit off and driving away from there. I love my people, but I'm not driving in the PJs at night. Listen. I love my people, but once it hits 5 o'clock, and if I'm anywhere near the PJs, it's shutting off and I'm leaving. But why are you asking me? And don't even have the decency to ask me with the extra tip in your hand. You don't even have the decency to flip me through on the other side. Hey, Mr. Uber driver, bam, here's the underage tax I know I have to pay to somebody who is of age to do this illegal thing for me. Fuck out of here. And on top of that, I knew a girl who, when we were teenagers, was in a sting operation for that shit. The fucking popo had her sting motherfuckers who would buy shit for kids who asked them to. Shit, they had her as the decoy to do the shit back when we were young, back when we were teenagers. So I know that 21 Jump Street ass shit exists. You haven't come to me with the, you know, with the obligatory donation to the Uber drivers fund. I'm already doing this drive I don't want to do. I'm already irritated because I'm too broke to not have more than an eighth of a tank before I start this goddamn ride, which is bringing me almost all the way down. How insulting is that shit? How insulting is that shit? Fuck you, pay me. Shit. Come out the pocket. Oh, but she's broke. She didn't know. She's not broke enough to not want to buy the blunts in the first damn place. And I'm sure she wasn't broke enough to buy the weed, not to buy the weed. So if she doesn't have the money to pay me to even make the attempt to do something illegal that could put me back where I don't want to be, how dare you? How fucking dare you? If you don't want to come out the pocket like that, then sweetheart, I advise you to do like every other broke underage person in the world has done before you. Take out one of your little loose leaf pieces of paper out of your fucking what were those folders with the athletics and shit on them? Out of those folders, one of the loose leaf papers out of your Trapper Keeper, and roll that shit up like every generation before you. How dare you? Or get an apple or a soda can or some shit. How dare you? How dare you? This went from one fuck you to another fuck you. Now I'm more insulted that she didn't even think I was worth bribing. Like, excuse you. Yo! Did you see my fucking gas tank? Bribe me. At least hit me with the dub to fill my tank up. The fuck? Think I'm gonna go to Twin Towers for free for buying you some fucking swishers? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, get the fuck out of my car. Anyway. That took a turn.
How did we even get here? Cause I swear I don't recognize shit here.